Hi, I'm Storm.
And I'm Phil.
And today we're going to be talking about TEL 120, otherwise known as materials.
Let's go.
My name is Mr. Alexander. My students call me Mr. A. I teach in the technology department. I've been here for 2 years. The class we're going to talk about now is TEL 120, which is a materials class. It's actually manufacturing materials. That's the title of the book, but the class is about all the materials you would use and see in industry and any of the other tech classes. It sets a groundwork for all the other lab classes you'll take. So if you're taking woods, you'll understand basic wood identification. If you're taking metals, you'll understand the difference between ferrous and non-ferrous metals. You'll be able to identify copper from brass and stainless steel from regular, maybe an aluminum sheet, that kind of thing.
I am a wellness management major and a technology minor. I chose tech minor because wellness management is a very broad major. As soon as you graduate, there's no specific career field that you can go in, other than maybe health field. But I thought technology would be a great addition to it, and it would broaden my horizons.
Stress testing of materials, destructive testing, non-destructive testing. Give you an example, we did a activity the other day in our class where we were talking about bonding. So we took a popsicle stick and we just wood glued it together and we pulled it apart so you could actually see how a properly good joint would hold. And then we took a glue joint, we put a kind of a material in there that wasn't compatible with the glue and it just fell apart. So understanding what products you would use in a joining or fastening type experience. So that's kind of what the class is about. Very lab-based. You meet twice a week. We run about 2.5 to 3 hours a week every meeting. There's typically a lecture. Sometimes there's a little video. There's a little bit of homework. Sometimes there's some book work. You got to read some stuff in the book. Very lecture based. And then usually within 45 minutes to an hour, I get you up in the lab and you've got an activity. The activity, you have to create something. You have to maybe get samples of material. You're also going to learn some basic saws. You're going to learn how to use a compound miter saw. You're going to use a band saw, some simple hand tools. You're going to use a twist drill. You're going to use an impact gun. I mean, literally, we're going to get hammers out and let you pound a nail, and we're just going to see how you can handle working with some of that equipment. So, it's like the first week of every one of the classes you take, all combined into one class. What it allows us to do is in the upper level courses, we can go faster. So when you come into my transportation class, we start putting engines together and we start talking about torquing engines. You've already used a torque wrench in your manufacturing class or in your materials class. So that means that you're already prepared to do that stuff. Very hands-on based. Most of the students hate it and love it. And what that means is it's a lot of work. It's a ton of documentation, it's a ton of prep and things you got to do. But because you're in the lab every day, I mean, we could be making glass beads one day, we could be cracking concrete the next day. I mean, it's just all kinds of different types of activities. So.
Hi, I'm Ryan Wiesman, a senior in the technology education program at SUNY Oswego. To succeed well in this class, there are a lot of things you need to do, but the most important one of all is showing up every day to class and on time, since you're going to be doing a lot of work in person. My favorite part of the materials class is probably collecting all material samples. So what you do is you collect your woods, your metals, your polymers, and you also collect fasteners, and you're able to keep a sample of each material to remember it later on for other classes where you dive deeper into those parts. I want to be a teacher's assistant to get more experience working with other students to pursue their hands-on experience at SUNY Oswego while working in the technology program. Students struggle the most with showing up to class on time and every day. Here in the technology department, it is crucial you show up every day since it is your job as a student to go to class. Missing class can result in a lot of things, not getting good grades, and especially missing out on key important things like working hands-on, because you need to be